What's up, crafty friends? How you doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sherry. I hope you're having a good day. My channel is Turquoise Dreaming, and I'm glad you're here. I wanted to show you what I found this week in my own stash. I kind of like hid it for myself, and I hadn't looked at them in a while, and I dug them out this week, and I was like, oh my goodness, I love these book page tags. After I hadn't seen them for a while, I liked them when I did them, or I loved them when I did them, but now I still love them, so I want to make some. I love making tags so much that I started this open collab, which I'll tell you about in a few minutes, but let me show you these tags. So cute. So I used book pages, and a couple of these are different sizes, but I think for most of these I use the same size, pretty much the same size book page. That's pretty much, I think, why they're mostly all the same size. But I made really simple ones, book pages. Like on these, I have a piece of napkin decoupage, and I have a bag of scrappy strings, and I think that this looks like what I have on here, my scrappy strings, you know, from when you're book binding and things like that, and you have a little piece of string left, that you need to cut off. I put it in a little bag and save it for, whatever. So these look like my scrappy strings, and I messy stitched around them. Like I glued them and then messy stitched around them. So you can see they're just book pages. So let me show you real quick. We're not going to look at every one, but I decorated some of them with magazine cutouts here, see? So a lot of magazine cutouts I was using up. This is napkin, magazine. These are all magazines, but they're all plain on, well, oh, look what I did there. I put some coffee dyed, looks like composition book paper on the back for writing space. Okay, cool. Oh, I zigzag stitched around some. They're not all messy stitching. This is just a straight stitch. Okay, so I did different stitches. It's been a while since I made these, but they're all glued and sewn. So you get the idea. I wanted to, when I saw these, I was like, oh, I want to make some more. Like, not that I have enough, right? But no, I thought since I got them out, I would use them either in my journals or, put some in my orders as a little thank you gift. So, yeah, if you order from me in the next couple of weeks or 2 or 3 weeks, I'll put one or two of those in your order as a little thank you gift. So, anyway, I have these book pages, and before I pulled those out, I already was collecting these book pages, and so these are like from my hymnal listing, where this is part of the hymnal where it was just an index, and I'm not going to send that to somebody, so it's just an extra book page, and these are like part of a hymnal, but it has this on the back, and I only send the pages with hymns on both sides. So I had all these pages from hymnals. And then I had taken apart another book that was like a nature book. And so some of these pages are cute, but some of them I didn't like. Like this one here, it's a gopher or a woodchuck, and see, he looks kind of mean, so I don't want to put that in a journal. So this is kind of like, I wanted to see if I could use pages I don't like to make these tags. Like, what do you do with pages you don't like? Do you, there's probably other things you could do with them, I'm sure, but I wanted to see, can I make some tags out of this? So even this right here, it has a cute, cuter woodchuck or gopher on this side. And so I wanted to try and see what I could do with these. So, like say, I don't really like this side at all, but I wanted to see, like, if I made it into a tag, what would happen? What would it look like? So a little bit of experimenting. And I got out my glues that, I know on these right here, I used glue stick and then sewed around them. And so I have glue sticks, but I got out, when I was looking at my glue sticks, I have all these little glues that I've bought and haven't used, because my main favorite glues are Art Glitter Glue and Fabri-Tac. So I was like, well, maybe this is a good chance to use up some of these glues that I've bought here and there and tried. And I don't really, they're okay, but they're not my favorites, but they're here and I don't want to waste it. I hate to waste them. So what I'm going to do is fold this in half, and we're going to see what this looks like as a tag. So is it going to look like there's a gopher on there? Is it going to just look like a brown tag or what? Let's see. So what I do is, and the glue actually helps. I mean, this is pretty thick paper, but say your paper might be a little thinner. I noticed that, let's see, this one's not open. I'm going to put that one to the side. This one is open. Okay, so I noticed that even like putting a layer of glue on here, I think actually strengthens the paper too. You know what I mean? It makes it kind of like thicker. So I'm going to try putting this on here without smoothing out the glue and see what happens. This one right here, I just made one. Where is it? I just made a little music one to see how I was going to do this. Well, I'll find it in a minute. I don't have it right now. But anyway, yeah, I smoothed out the glue. So I want to do one without smoothing out the glue and see if it feels lumpy or anything. Nope, nope, it doesn't. Okay, and I have my little, you don't need too many tools to do this, right? Maybe some scissors, your glue that you want to use, maybe a glue you want to use up like I am. And then, okay, the gopher's little face is right there. Maybe we'll leave his face. Maybe that'll be part of the tag, because this part would be just like fur. So, and I'm not trying to, you know, get the gopher on there. I wasn't really trying to do that, but if it works out to where it looks cute with the gopher face, even half of a gopher face on there, maybe that will work out. So we'll see. But I am gluing, see, I glued it I folded it in half and glued it together. Now I'm going to fold it in half again. This makes your paper really strong, especially if you have a thinner paper. By the time you fold it twice, you have 4 layers. And I try to get all the edges even there. And this is coming in handy to smooth out your, you know, since you have 4 layers, it's kind of nice to have that to flatten out and flatten out your folds, you know. So then we have that. Okay, we have a little gopher in there. That's kind of cute, actually. And we covered up the mean gopher. We just have the cute gopher. So now I'm just going to do this. Cut my angles. And see what he looks like. So I've got scissors, that little flattener thing, and so a hole punch here. And there I go. I can decorate this further. I can leave it like this. I do want to sew around, so my plan is to at least sew around and put a little topper on there. But I wanted to just share this idea for using up book pages that you don't like, finding a way to use them and not just throw them in the trash. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's find. These are just plain, so these are just going to be text, you know, and plain. This is a plain page. So let's find another one I don't like. There's a lot of gopher pages that I don't like. Here's another one. He might look cute, but he has his big teeth showing there, so I didn't like that one for that reason. This one was just kind of, I don't know, not really anything that I like. This is a plain one with a picture of a gopher hole there. Well, here's one I really didn't like, the alligator. So let's see what we could do. This book had a whole section on, it's a little nature book that had a whole section on alligators. And, you know, I'm not going to, unless I'm doing an alligator journal, which I would never do. Or if I had a child that was doing a report, which my kids are grown, but if my kids were smaller maybe and they were doing a book report on alligators. But that is not going to happen. So I thought, well, what can I do anything with this alligator page? So I really just want the alligators to disappear. So let's see if we can make them disappear here. Okay, so this side, let's see if we fold it like that. That side I think he'll show more. So let's do this one. I'll move these back over just a second. I've got all these little things protect my cutting board here. So that's why I have these here from the glue, because when you get glue on your cutting board, on your cutting mat, sometimes, you know, this part, it's hard to get off. So again, let's fold it in half first. And I get my edges even before I get glue on there. Did I do that right? Yeah, okay. We're going to see if we can make this alligator disappear. And there's glue, so I can get rid of these little glues that I bought that I never use, right? Just taking up room here in my, I have a little thing in back of me, little Actually, I showed it in my, I'm sure I showed it in one of my craft room tours, with a little pot that my sister-in-law gave me that has mushrooms on it. It's vintage. And I keep my glue sticks in there, and I keep all the glues that will fit in there, even my Fabri-Tac and my art glitter glue. If they're smaller bottles, and they'll fit in there. But anyway, I had all of these in there, and I'll have more room in there once I get rid of these. Now this is almost empty, so that's why I'm kind of like, ooh, well, maybe I lied. That was a big bunch there. I'm gonna have to use my fingers to spread that out. I don't really like to put that much glue on my fingers, but that is just a lot of glue. Okay. And I have some baby wipes right below me under this table. So, okay, that is a ton of glue. Okay. Let me grab my baby wipes. I only have two left in, or one or two left in here. Let me see. I used one yesterday and they're dry. The last two are dry, so, or the one yesterday. Okay, I got one more. I'll put that over there in case I need it. Let me wipe that glue off before it dries. Okay. I already got some glue right there. So, that's going to be funny. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Okay, we're going to do it the other way. We're going to do it this way. I did get a little bit of glue right here, but we'll see how that dries. So, yes, this is really an experiment. We've got an eye right there. And over here, he's got his nose. Okay, let me see if I can get any more glue out of here. It's getting blobs now, so I'm going to spread it out. Get my little baby wipe here and fold it in half again. So I think that with decorating, I could make this alligator disappear. Okay, I think it really is better to fold it before you put glue on there, and then you won't have to worry about getting a wonky kind of weird fold. This one's okay, but I was getting a little worried there. It wasn't going to fold right. Okay, and I got a nice crisp fold. Okay, so this side, I guess I would want to cover this up, but then this will be up. So let's see, if I turn it like this, cover this up, then it will be okay. So let's go ahead and cut. I do have a few little decorations here that I pulled out off of, I actually pulled them off of something else, so I didn't like it either. I got book pages I don't like. I found some ephemera that I didn't like, and I pulled this stuff off of there. So see, I could cover it up. That's a little dark on dark. Let's see if I have something lighter here. Dark, dark. Let's see. I have these. That's a little lighter, but doesn't quite cover it up enough. So that's what I would do, though, is just cover it up with something. Let's see this. So we'll see. Right now, I'm not going to worry about it. My plan for this video was just to use some of these book pages and see if I could use book pages to make tags that I don't like. Okay, so there's that one. So you can totally do that. I'll just cover that up later. I like to have this little gopher one. It covered up the mean gopher, and there I have the cute gopher. So let's see what else. So this is just a plain page that, you know, it's like, what do you do with these just kind of generic pages, right? They're just, you know, there's some information here about the book. That's the title page, and it has alligators on it. So I'm just going to actually, since I practice on those two, just do my folds. And I think I like this text better than this text, so fold it this way again and again. I'm going to try to get my, as I was folding it just looked crooked, but now it's, I guess it's just when I fold this way, this one wants to move. Okay, so folding this way, I'm trying to keep all the ends and sides together and things, corners. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this before I glue this time. See if it's a little easier. I think it was. Okay. And then I'm going to put my glue on here. Right here. We're using this one up first. This is Fabric Fusion. Nothing wrong with it. I'm sure it's a good glue. It doesn't probably dry as fast as Fabri-Tac. I think it's supposed to be like Fabri-Tac. I don't know if I got this I might have got this at the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has little ones like this. So I thought, well, I'll try it, you know. But it's just not the same as my Fabri-Tac. Okay, and it's hard to get out of this little bottle. Alright, I'm having to use my finger. So many things. That's wrong. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, and you are out. Okay. Get that all off my finger. Okay. See, Fabri-Tac doesn't do that to me. I can get it all out, not in globs, you know, it comes out in a stream. Okay, and it doesn't come out, and I can control it much better in that, even in the Fabri-Tac bottle. So, an original Fabri-Tac bottle when I get Fabri-Tac, or the art glitter glue is the same way. Okay, let me flatten this out and get it all, the glue all, everything all adhered. So there we go. We used a page, a generic page, and use that for a future tag. Even though this is not dry, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Cut my little angles. Okay, and punch my hole. So we're letting these dry. Okay, we got 3 done. Let's see, so we did an alligator page. We did a generic kind of page. See, I got all these alligator pages. Like, oh, why did I buy this book? Type of thing. Gopher, more gophers. Here's another hymn book page. Index. So all these are the index. Oh, here's my little hymn page. See, that comes out really cute. And it's music, you know, so that'll be cute to sew around and decorate. Let's do one more, and then I'll go maybe sew around a couple, maybe do some messy stitching. On the darker ones, I probably wouldn't do messy stitching unless I was going to change my thread out, and I'm probably not going to do that right now unless I have to. So I think I would sew on them before I decorate them. So like I said, one more. Let's do one more hymn book, like see what that comes out like, just a generic. Like here's a index page, and here's the title page. Let's do the title page. I guess, should I cut the holes off? Let's fold it and see what it looks like. Oh, I fold it this way. Fold it up. You know, that way, this, you know, I like doing the folding it 4 times, you know, having the 4 layers. It just makes your tag so strong. It's very sturdy. But it's not that thick, so not too thick to put in a pocket or anything. All right, I think that's fine. What happened to my holes? They disappeared inside. So if you want your holes on the outside, do this. Do I want them on the outside? Why don't we try that? That's something a little different, right? Let's put them on the outside. All right, so I've got to get my fold nice and sharp here. All right, so let's put some glue on here and quickly, and then I'll go sew. And I can show you at least how they look when they're glued, sewn, and ready to decorate. Okay, and I'm only putting glue on 1/2 here. You probably noticed that because we're just folding this over. And then, you know, we don't need glue on both sides. All right, and we're going to keep the holes. And fold this up. Is that right? Make sure. This is like wanting to fold there. Fold the wrong way. Okay, I think it's okay. Now some glue here. Making sure I don't have any bubbles there. Let me smooth it out real quick first. It's kind of trying to bubble up on me a little bit. All right. Now just glue on 1/2 here. And spread it out. Oh, that's so much glue. I guess at least I'm using it up, right? I didn't mean to put it down here, but I got to get it off my finger, so I might as well. All right. Fold it in half. Wipe the glue off my finger. Smooth it out without ripping anything, the holes or anything. Over here, they're a little bit more delicate, so I was careful when I went over those. Now, I'm going to let this dry for a second before cutting the angles because it's so wet, all that glue. And I'm going to go, you know, I'll cut these on while I'm paused. Do the little hole, sew around all these, and then I'll show you what they look like after they're sewn. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, let me show you how they came out. Here's our gopher. He's pretty cute. We got rid of the mean gopher inside. It's sewn. I just straight stitch around. I have brown thread in my sewing machine right now. So that finished that one off. But this one I did some messy stitching. I think that's super cute. That's the little, like the index title page that we did, I think, or index page, whatever, a generic page. And then this is another one of the kind of, this was the title page. And so we decided we like this better, this text here and here, and zigzag stitched around that one, and also zigzag stitched around the little hymn book, and that turned out super cute. Here's the alligator, and while I was over there, I have some pieces of scrapbook paper that I was doing things with, so I grabbed one that matched. I thought I'll go ahead and show you how this one, how maybe we can cover up something like that alligator nose that we don't like still on there. So that's I'm using my good glue now because I'm not sewing around this piece. So I cut it to fit while I was over there. And so it's going right here. Just a little piece of scrapbook paper. And then I had these little flowers over there. I thought maybe I'd put one of these on here. And there you go. Alligator gone. So, good way to use up your unloved book pages. So if you want to join in this open collab, it's hosted by me. The participant list will be, I started a new thing where I'm putting all the participants in a Google Doc, and that link will be below. So you can click on the Google Doc, open it up, and, you know, copy and paste all of the participants, any of the participants into your browser search, and, you know, watch their videos. And thank you to all the participants, and thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed ways to use up your book pages that you don't like. So we can still put a little topper on here, but the alligator is gone. So super cute, right? And there's a little bit of writing. This is still drying. Actually, all these are still drying. But yeah, super cute. And you know, I like, because I was thinking about tossing these, like, and I was like, well, I hate to just throw these out. I mean, I must be able to do something with them. So this is what I'm doing. Thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you use up some of your unliked book pages, and I'll see you next time. We might decorate these next week. So all the instructions for participating in this collab will be in the description box too. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.